There's a difference between the way that children react to things and the way that adults react to things. And I've known a lot of adults that act more like children than they do like adults. Successful people in life know how to tap into their emotional motivators as well as their intellectual motivators to get them through the tough times that we all know invariably will come. Welcome to the channel. My name is Paris Clough and this is Financial Self-Reliance. And I love helping people manage, protect, and grow their money. If you find value with this video, please hit the like and subscribe button as it will help me to grow my channel and to get the message of financial literacy out to more and more people. In this video, I'm going to share with you one of the mental toughness secrets of the world class. If you're part of the middle class and you want to increase your game and get into the world-class performers and you want to be able to create world-class wealth, then you're going to want to hear this secret. This secret comes from the book, The 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class, written by Steve Siebold. It's a book that I've read a couple of times and it's been a significant influence on my mental toughness and my ability to persevere and to continue on so that I can achieve my financial goals and my life goals. A lot of people will ask me, Paris, what does mental toughness or what does mindset have to do with building wealth and to creating wealth? And I tell them just about everything, actually. Most people don't realize that money has a lot more to do with our beliefs and our habits and our behaviors than it ever does with math and numbers. In fact, today there's several universities that are teaching people how to become certified financial professionals and to be able to be financial coaches and to help others understand financial literacy. And in every one of these classes and courses, they're adding what's called behavioral psychology or financial psychology, because the psychology around finances is becoming more and more prevalent. As financial coaches and advisors, we really need to understand the psychology around money, why we spend, why we save, some of the reasons behind the activities and behaviors that we have as individuals and as humans, so that we can help people develop the behaviors that will actually bring them value and serve them in creating wealth for themselves or in creating whatever their goal is. If you have a goal that's set and you don't have the mental toughness to go after it and to keep after it, life is going to come at you and it's going to give you all kinds of obstacles and all kinds of adversity. And if you don't have the mental toughness to push through and to persevere and to keep going, and that resilience that's necessary, you're going to quit early. You're going to leave everything that you've worked hard for on the table. You're going to quit halfway through or a quarter of the way through. Most people don't succeed in life, not because they are incapable of succeeding, but because they don't have the mental toughness to push through those hard times to make sure that they get to their goal. If you can learn how to push through, to persevere, to be resilient, to have that integrity and have that characters where you just non-stop, you just go, 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 and you nail it, you have a chance to become wealthy. You have a chance to be successful. You have a chance to be among the world class. So what is the fourth secret? The fourth secret is champions are driven by emotional motivators. What in the world does that mean? Let me read to you this quote by Steven Siebold. When a performer begins to experience physical or emotional pain in the heat of the battle, the brain, whose primary role is self-preservation, asks the question, why must I suffer? The champion will answer the question with a vision they have carefully constructed, and they will continue to fight. Since the masses lack this mental clarity and have no reason to suffer, they quit as soon as the pain kicks in. Developing a world-class vision is the secret to world-class motivation. The masses of people will quit early. They don't have the emotional fortitude to stick to it and to persevere. They don't have the resilience necessary to push through the obstacles that will come. There are going to be days where your stocks are going to drop. There are going to be days when your business is going to fail. There's going to be days when nobody wants to buy what you have to offer. Are you going to be tough enough to continue to go? You're going to have friends that are going to look at you and call you crazy and tell you you're nuts. The dumbest thing ever is to try to save all that money and try to spend less money and save more money and retire early. Who retires early? You're going to have a lot of opposition, you're going to have a lot of adversity, and you're going to have to be tough enough to say no when you need to say no and yes when you need to say yes. You're going to have friends that are going to tell you, let's go out and eat, let's go do this, let's go to this party, let's go shopping, let's do all these things. And if you have a goal to spend less than you're earning, you're going to say, no, I can't go to those things, I can't do those things because my goals are more important to me. My emotions are not going to get the better of me. I'm going to control my emotions. I'm going to have my goals and my dreams in front of me all the time so that I don't let my emotions take over and take control. And I go make impulse purchases and impulse buys and end up regretting it later. The middle class believe that just because they're an adult now, that means that they can do whatever they want. They've arrived, they deserve it, they've earned it. I'm an adult, I think like an adult, I act like an adult, I am an adult. And that may not be true. You might physically be an adult, you might have the age to be categorically, legally an adult, you might be over 18, But that doesn't mean you have the emotional age or the emotional IQ to make adult decisions and do adult things. You might still make decisions like a child where you throw a tantrum if you don't get what you want. And so it's important for you to grow your emotional age as well as your physical age. If they don't match, if you're not in congruence with that, you're probably going to have some trouble. World-class people recognize that there are certain things that they can control and things that they cannot control. And they focus in on the things they can control and they build those and they work on those. Middle-class thinkers already think they've made it. I'm an adult, I'm good enough, there's no further growth necessary. Where the world-class recognize there's always more to do, there's always an opportunity for growth. There's something else I can always learn. Somebody knows something more than I do and I can learn from them. That's how the world-class are. The world-class know that there's always more for them to grow and do and be, and they're working and striving to be that. Now, they're not beating themselves up because they're not good enough, nor are they thinking that they're less than or they're not quite there. They're just recognizing that they are where they are and that there's always more to grow. And they're open to being able to grow and developing more emotional strength and fortitude. When your visions and your dreams are usurped by a quick fix emotion, you're gonna fail. Let's say, for example, that you have a goal to spend less money than you make so that you can save up and you can start your sinking funds, and you have a goal to develop your financial independence number so that you know exactly when you're gonna be able to retire because you want to retire at a certain age. Well, if you have everything on track and then all of a sudden your friend says, oh, you have to buy this thing or that thing, you have to buy the new car, or buy the new iPhone, or buy the new phone, or buy the new TV, or buy the new rims, or buy the whatever for whatever. If you don't have the fortitude to say, no, I have a goal, I have a plan, and I'm going to achieve it, and when I'm retired, then I see what I have to be able to buy those things. If you allow your emotional response, or you allow the Joneses or everybody else around you to trigger you into buying things or doing things before or when you're not ready to, you're going to realize that you don't have the emotional fortitude and strength that you thought you did. So let me ask you a question. When you experience rejection or adversity, is your response more like a child or like an adult? Do you respond with maturity, with recognizing that, okay, there might be something here for me to learn or to grow or to do, or let's find a solution? Or do you see the problem and whine and complain and play the victim and throw a tantrum? These are some serious questions that you might take a look at. And you might even ask some of your friends to help you evaluate yourself. They're probably going to give you a more objective reality than you are. Let me give you some final thoughts on the difference between the world class and the middle class. The world class have problems at a whole nother level that the middle class can't even understand because they're not even prepared emotionally, intellectually, or physically in some cases for those types of adversities. If you want to have what the world class have, if you want to be a multimillionaire, if you want to be able to have the things that the ultra rich have and the wealthy have, because there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy, in my opinion. But if you want to be wealthy where you have everything that you need, you're self-reliant, nobody can take it away from you, and if they do, you can rebuild it easily because you have the skill sets necessary to rebuild. You've got to set yourself up for success by recognizing that there are emotional, intellectual, and physical things that you need to do to become wealthy. It's not just about picking the best stock or picking the best business to be in. There's emotional fortitude and intellectual fortitude that's required. And if you aren't preparing yourself now with small and simple things, you're definitely not going to be ready when those bigger things come. So please take time to recognize, how do you react when there's an adversity, when there's some kind of setback, when there's some kind of opposition to your ideas? Do you respond with maturity, recognizing that there's an opportunity for you to grow? Or do you respond with, what's the problem here, or play the victim? Do some personal inventory. Take a look at what you do, because if you want to be financially successful and financially self-reliant, it's going to take an emotional resilience as much as any other type of resilience. I hope you got a lot out of this video and you recognize that your mindset can and does change everything. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.